Hello, everyone, and welcome to the official Zen Project 8 coaching experience. I'm Kasaya J. I will be your host tonight. I want to welcome all of you who are tuning in to watch our show this evening. I'm here today with New York Times bestselling author, celebrity fitness and nutrition expert, and our Zen brand ambassador, the one and only Mark McDonald. Hi, Mark.
Kasaya, hello, and hello, Zen Project 8 community. Man, I love these Monday webcasts, so very excited. It's a highlight of my Mondays.
Of course, it's the highlight of our Monday, and tonight we are talking all about slaying stress. So we've got an amazing show lined up for all of you, but as usual, before we get started, a couple of quick housekeeping notes for you. First of all, I want to invite you, don't look at this one, it's actually the other one I want to show you. I want to invite you to go to zenproject8.com. That is where we have all of the information that you need to get started on the transformation. So if you go to zenproject8.com, this is where you'll land. And if you just scroll down, there's an area down here where you can download your phase guide. So as you know, there are 3 phases where you can get started. So what you want to do is download your copies of each phase guide. So they are available at this page, zenproject8.com. Additionally, we have an amazing Facebook community that is available to answer all of your questions, and we want to connect with you and learn more. There are 8 steps to getting started that are posted right here. That is at the web address, facebook.com/groups/ZenProject8. Also,
Kasaya, hold on. Can you put that screen back up?
Yes.
We had a special win this week. We had 10,000. We broke the 10,000 member mark. So let's all give the community a massive hand.
Woo! Congratulations! That is exciting. So we broke 10,000 members in our private Zen Project 8 group. That is amazing. So shout out to all of you who participate inside of this group. I mean, look at Renita, all kinds of people here who just add such tremendous value. As you can see, we answer questions here. Everybody communicates. So it's inspiration, motivation, lots of great recipes, good stuff happening inside of this group. So definitely connect up there. We also have a front-facing and public Facebook fan page, so go like us, become a fan, lots of great information coming at you right here on that channel, so you'll definitely want to go to facebook.com/ZenProject8 on Facebook, like that fan page. So we're excited to connect with all of you. On tonight's show, we want to talk about our recipe contest. All right, so what is it, National Salad Month or something, Mark, that we have going on?
It is. I never knew it existed until Bonnie, our amazing Bonnie, told me that there's a National Salad Month. So I love that we're doing this competition.
Right, so awesome. I like salads. I have to be honest. I'm actually a big fan. So it's National Salad Month. So basically we are looking to crowdsource some of your best salads that are PFC approved. So if you have one, you can submit your salad recipes along with a beautiful picture, or what we call these days snaps. JNScontest@JNSHQ.com, so that's where you send it. We definitely want to see it. So Mark, I know we just had someone submit, or we have a winner this week. We've had many people submit, obviously. We've got another week of doing the salad contest, so tell us who our winner is.
Yeah, so week 1 we had Amy Key with some nice shrimp salad, amazing. Then we had Laura Nealon with a Mediterranean beef style dish. So my favorite protein is chicken. So I said we need some chicken in the house. So we found a very special one, and this lady who made this salad, she just seems to continue to, she wins every single thing that we're offering with Zen. The JoJo Williams is the winner, and let me just show this. I got to come back here. I got to come back, sorry, I got to go back to my little thing so I can show my, I didn't do well in showing my screen there, Kasaya, but our winner right here is JoJo Williams with a spinach citrus salad. And it's got chicken and pecans, and when you look at the fresh, just the oranges, it's mouthwatering. You want to dive right in. So JoJo Williams is our week 3 winner, and we have 1 more week left. But let's all give JoJo Williams a standing ovation as like, woo!
Awesome!
With every week, we will post the blog tomorrow in the group, and we have 1 more week left. So make sure you submit your salad, because we have a chicken, we got a shrimp, and we got a beef. What's new? Maybe a plant-based salad someone can do with some protein.
Well, Jojo, congratulations to you. That looks absolutely incredible. What a beautiful photo, too, guys. You know, we talk a lot about sharing recipes and even sharing your transformations and your stories. And it's all about elevating your photography. So congratulations for taking a beautiful picture. It is mouthwatering, and hopefully I can share that with you one day. It looks amazing. So thanks for participating in our salad contest. And just a quick disclaimer, it is open to U.S. residents only, so you definitely want to submit your entries by 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's how that works. All right. Let's move into the beginning of our show. I'm excited, Mark, because we are talking tonight all about slaying stress. And trust me, listen, everybody has some stress in their life, so there is no one that is immune to some stressful, life has a way of throwing some curveballs at us, and we all go through stress. And here to share with us, we've got one of our first 100 transformation winners. We've got our Zen Fuse Muffin Queen. She is amazing, and she is known as the Stress Slayer, none other than Miss Jody Stevens. Hi, Jody.
Hi, Kasaya. Hi, Mark.
Hey, Jody. And Jody, we are so excited when Kasaya said, Mark, who should be the guest for stress? It brought me back to 2 years ago when I know that you were, and this is the big great thing about ZP8, is that people join our program wherever they sit in their health journey, whether they're winning with their health, whether they're struggling with their health, because they want to take their skill set to another level. And Jody, 2 years ago, as a first grade school teacher, I'm getting it out tonight, was struggling. She wasn't confident in her body, and wait till you hear her story. So we're going to interview Jody at the end of the show, and you're going to want to hear everything. So Jody, are you excited?
I'm very excited. I can't wait.
Excellent. I'm excited too. I just love this woman. She makes the most amazing Zen Fuse muffins. I tell her all the time she needs to start a bakery and just make us all amazing, delicious, healthy food. So Jody, we love you. I'm excited to hear from you. But first up, we've got some rapid Q&A. We told you guys we would be bringing back the rapid Q&A and the All-Stars. So tonight's rapid Q&A, Mark, 4 questions coming your way. We're going to talk tonight about how ZP8 is different from other trends and philosophies. There's always a new fad popping up in the marketplace, right?
Yeah, I mean, and that's the biggest thing is all I ever see is this new quick miracle supplement or fad diet. And let's all be honest, anything will work. You can get a result. The 4 that we're going to talk about tonight, Kasaya, I keep getting instant message, text. I see it in the group. People want information because they're not only do they want to do it for themselves, but once they take on ZP8, their friends say, oh, you should do this or you should do that. So tonight we're going to expose some of the most recommended programs out there. And I'm not a naysayer. We're going to talk eating philosophy on why what we're teaching will set you up to win forever.
I love it. Let's start with number 1, intermittent fasting.
Oh, man, this one I am getting blown up on my text. So before we dive in, I want to show you all a graphic here. And this is what I just want as this webcast goes on, as you live this program. I posted this in Facebook today, and I'm going to post it in the group right after the webcast. But if you look at this graphic, this is what we're teaching. We're teaching PFC every 3, and these are the words that matter. It's easy to get motivated with hype and fads, but impossible to stay consistent with them. If you want your health results to stick, make sure your food program is based on real science and not a gimmick. That's the power of what we're teaching here with ZP8. And when I think about it, and I think about everything we're doing, is I want to share with you that when you look at intermittent fasting, the concept of it is this. The most well-known one is 16 hours of fasting, 8 hours of eating. So basically, you starve yourself from 8 p.m. at night all the way till 12 p.m. the next day, and then you eat, you binge eat in essence for 8 hours. And does it work for people? It works for people who are eating, late at night. It works for people who wanted a calorie restriction. So can you get a result with this? Yes. But I have a 1-year-old baby daughter. Would I have her do intermittent fasting? I have an 11-year-old son. Would I have him do intermittent fasting? No, the whole point of this, intermittent fasting, does it help you restrict calories? Does it help you burn some fat? Yes. Will your body self-regulate itself? If it's in a state of famine or calorie deprivation, it will. But the reality is it's not a lifestyle. The moment you fall off plan, the moment you start binging after those periods or eating because your fuel drives will want that, you will gain everything back. We live in a day and age, and what I've seen is that the fit seem to be getting fitter, and the unhealthier seem to be getting unhealthier. And the reason why is because fit people talk about intermittent fasting. The 1% that have the willpower that just feel like I can do this, and they'll suck it up and suffer to have that. This is why we teach an eating philosophy that you can do for your friends, for your family, blood sugar based. From the moment you take your first breath, you eat every 3 hours, protein, fat, carbohydrates, that fuels your body, builds muscle, burns fat. It's something that my daughter does, it's something that my son does, and it's something that everyone should do. So that's the question you ask yourself with every program. Is this something my family can do? So intermittent fasting, we're debunking it completely. You should not be fasting for 16 hours and eating 8 hours. Physiologically, it will fail you.
Wow, very well said. So informative. I love it. I love it. We're going to tag that part of the video and clip it out. It was perfect. So let's talk about ketogenic diets, because this is a big one also. Everyone's always talking about ketogenic. So first tell our audience what that is, and then let's hear your opinion.
Yeah, you know, I've lived, first off, I've done intermittent fasting, and I've done a ketogenic diet. So when I was an athlete, I was looking for that magic. When I gained 60 pounds after being an athlete, when I stopped playing soccer, and I just kept eating poorly, I put on 60 pounds, and then I went on a ketogenic diet and starved myself, looking for a solution. Not till 1999 where I found blood sugar. So I'm not just speaking from a point of science, I'm speaking from a point of experience as well. Ketogenic diet is this. You cut your carbs, you eat high fat and high protein, and you carb deplete, and you shift your body's fuel source from burning sugar to burning fat, keto acids. Now, the Atkins diet, all of these things are focused on carb restriction. And does it work? Yes. You will lose weight. Guess what? The moment you bring carbohydrates back in your program, you gain it all back plus some. So the question you have to ask yourself, is this something, do you want to eat without carbs for the rest of your life? Do you want to not have any type of rice? Do you don't want to have any fruits or any veggies? So can you lose weight? Yes, but it's going against how your body's meant to be fed. This is why a ketogenic diet will give a temporary result. That's why there's many companies out there that promote ketosis, because we live in a day and age where people are suffering and they're looking for a quick fix. And the reality is that the way you get a result is you need to eat clean food, you need to exercise consistently, and you need to realize that your health is not something you can check in and check out of. It needs to become a priority for the rest of your life. So intermittent fasting, no. Ketogenic diet, no. Both of them will fail you long term, and they work against how your body's meant to be fed.
Wow. Again, very well said. We've got two more, and I'm guessing that you're going to continue to debunk. How about the HCG diet? What are we working with there?
I was on CNN a few years ago, and they asked me about HCG because another health expert went on touting how it's amazing. Let's just talk about the insanity of this, Kasaya. HCG diet is that you eat 500 calories a day. 500 calories, and you shoot yourself up, men and women, with the pregnancy hormone HCG to help control appetite. Will you get results? Yes! What do you do after those 30 days? You gain it all back. The failure rate is unbelievable. You should not be eating 500 calories a day. You should not be using HCG to suppress your appetite. This is like when people thought fen-phen, the stimulant, which is not on my list because it's illegal now, but they thought that was like the solution, appetite suppressants. Guess what happened? A lot of people started dying of heart attacks. There's not a quick solution to this. Can you get results by starving yourself? Yes. Do you want to make it a way of life? Yes. So you can't go for the quick fix. You actually have to have a real solution based upon science. No HCG, please.
Yeah, that doesn't even sound remotely fun or doable.
But this is how desperate people are, Kasai. People are desperate. This is why ZP8 is a real solution. This is what we're doing. This is why when people talk to you and they're coming to you as you're living the program, they're coming to you and they're asking for solutions. We have a real thing for them. Not something that's a fad, not something that's going to fail them, but something to set them up to win forever.
Love it. How about the paleo diet? Let's talk a little bit about this, but this has been all over the television, all over the grocery store. What are we working with here at the paleo?
So the good news is this, the paleo diet is much better than the three that I talked about. The three that I talked about are just horrible for you. Paleo is basically super clean eating. It goes back to the philosophy of like when we were cavemen and we were eating meat and we weren't doing grains. So you basically cut out all your grains and you eat super, super, super clean. It's like detox forever. Now, can that work for you? It can. The challenge is that I know many people who do paleo and they go on and they go off. Because you have to ask yourself, is this something you're going to be willing to do for the rest of your life? So physiologically speaking, I have no problem with it. Lifestyle-wise, I have a problem with it. I think the busier you are, if your life is not a fitness model or a professional athlete, you may want to look for something realistic. What we have with ZP8, with the phases, Detox, Ignite, and Thrive, we have Super Extreme with Detox, we have Mid Extreme with Ignite, and then we have Forever with Thrive. And now you, as you live all phases, then you can fine-tune each one and find your hybrid version that will allow you to achieve the goals for the rest of your life. So I'm not against paleo. I just think it's too extreme for the majority of the population, and I think it's not where you should start.
Perfect. Okay, so just quick recap for our audience. Can you just share with us the 4 again? Just a quick recap.
Yes. Intermittent fasting. You starve yourself for 16 hours and you eat from 12 p.m. till 8 p.m. It will fail you. The moment you stop fasting, you gain everything back, plus you lose some muscle. Ketogenic diet. You take away all your carbs. You force your body to burn fat for fuel through keto acids, ketosis, and not glucose. The moment you bring carbs back in, you gain it all back plus some. When we look at HCG, you starve yourself 500 calories, you shoot yourself up with a pregnancy hormone that no one should be taking to increase your metabolism and suppress your appetite. Avoid that at all costs. Paleo, good quality education, super, super clean. Most people too strict of a lifestyle to live. This is why ZP8 was created.
Perfect. So, guys, ZenProject8.com is your answer and your solution. Download your phase guides. Get started with us today. Tonight we're talking all about slaying your stress. So essentially, I know, Mark, you want to share some visuals with our audience. Do you want me to pull those up? I didn't know if you were going to pull them, but in the meantime, why don't you share with our audience what stress actually is? I think when I hear stress, I think it's like this concept that lives out in the ether, but you actually can define it.
Yeah, so stress is not a bad thing for your body. It's when it gets out of balance. So basically what you have to keep thinking about is there's 2 types of stress. There's acute stress. I want you to, right now in your mind, think acute, and then think chronic. Okay, so tell yourself that, acute and chronic. Acute stress is like Kasaya when we were about getting ready for the webcast, and Jody was having some challenges coming on because I sent her the wrong link, and then she did. I was having some acute stress, that little moment, and Jody was too, and it's a little moment when you over-release adrenaline, your energy hormone, and cortisol, your stress hormone. That raises your level, and it's like flight or fight. You have that moment of, and then immediately your body brings itself back down. Those are acute moments that we have all day. The problem is that when you have too many of those throughout the day, your stress turns into chronic, which means that stress hormone cortisol, which raises your blood sugar, which causes you to slow down your metabolism, which retains water, which actually minimizes your ability to burn fat, stays in your bloodstream. And the moment you become chronic, no matter how great you are with your food, no matter how great you are with your exercise, you are as good as you actually are what you metabolize. And with a chronic stress, it's almost impossible to get the results that you want.
Right on. Okay, I actually just pulled these up on my screen. Sorry if you heard the music come through. But if you guys go to youtube.com/ZenProject8, Mark and I have some coaching videos that are available to you under your playlist. So you'll click on playlist and come down here. And so you're going to look for Slaying Your X Factor. So Mark, tell us a little bit about your 3 strategies to slay stress, which prevents us from going chronic.
I love that you just showed those because that's part of my first strategy that I'm going to talk about, and it's about mastering your sleep. So I'm going to share 2 tips with you tonight in a visual, but make sure after this webcast you go to our YouTube channel, you subscribe to it, and you watch week 6 strategies to master your sleep. So if you just look here, I'm going to show you something. It's called the power of 90. So when I think of the power of 90, this is your body's sleep cycle, and it's this simple. When I look at your sleep cycle, you have basically 4 stages, something called REM, and I want you to think about stage 1 and stage 2 are useless to you. They basically prepare your body for sleep. So every 90 minutes your body goes through this cycle. Stage 3 and stage 4 are deep sleep. That actually renews your body. That's your actual ability to replenish your tissues, your muscle. When you work out, you had a good workout yesterday or tonight or today, you're going to repair that tissue tonight. And then the REM sleep is actually repairs your mind. It works like it files your thoughts like a file cabinet system. And every 90 minutes, this cycle repeats itself. So by understanding the power of 90, you're set up because mastering your sleep, I want you to think about the last time you were sleep deprived. Did you stress a little bit more? Were you a little more cranky? Were you having a little more challenges? Because sleep directly affects your cortisol hormone. And the more tired you are, the higher your stress is, the more cortisol you release. So it has a direct correlation to your actual stress. So what you want to think about is 90-minute cycles. So Hunter had a soccer tournament this weekend. Both games were at 8 a.m. on Saturday and Sunday. We had to get up at 5:30. So I was sleep deprived. But what I focused on is I understood this, so I said I needed to get sleep increments of 90 minutes. So I did 4.5 hours both nights. So I wasn't just doing 4 hours. I was able to go through 3 full cycles. So if you have a moment where you're struggling with sleep, or if you have a busy day the next day and you have to wake up extra early, make sure you understand the power of 90. And ideally, you want to make sure your cycles are at least 90 minutes of sleep. The second tip I want to share with you is this. And I'll share this in the video, and I have more strategies in that YouTube channel as well. But this is what you want to do. You want to break your snooze button. Kasaya, say it out loud. Break your snooze button.
Break your snooze button.
We all need to. This is what happens when you hit that snooze button and you think that you're getting extra sleep. You're in stage 1 and stage 2. That's useless sleep. So you have to master your sleep to minimize your stress. So if you're staying up or you're laying in your bed for 40 minutes after your alarm goes off, guess what happens? 40 minutes of useless sleep. You're better off to just extend the 40 minutes, wake up right when that alarm goes off, and that's going to get you a better rhythm. And every minute of sleep you get counts then. So strategy number 1 is master your sleep. Own your power of 90, break your snooze button, and watch the YouTube videos.
I love that. So being more conscious of the amount of time and planning your sleep ahead of time. I love that you said that, because I know sometimes, like, when we travel or we have to get up for flights, or you have kids that you have to get off to school, like our sleep patterns can change. You just need to know that power of 90, do the math accordingly. So good news on that. All right, Mark, so what's strategy number 2?
So strategy number 2 goes directly with the acute stress. I've had so many clients through the years who would look at me and say, Mark, I'm not getting the results that I want. I'd say, I think you're, and they seem stressed. And I go, I think you're struggling with some stress. And then they would honestly look at me and say, I'm not stressed. I don't know what you're talking about. I said, okay, why don't you go home and get a little journal and write down every moment you have that little anxiety, whether you're stuck in traffic, whether your kids upset you, whether you're running late, every moment that you have these little mini moments, I want you to write them down. Many times they come back, it's 90+ moments throughout the day. They're turning themselves into chronic stress. So your strategy number 2 is to start a stress journal. See, you need to become aware and then create solutions. The stress journal allows you to become aware on that. So write down, so tomorrow, this is your goal for the next 5 days. Write down every time you have a mini moment of stress where you feel that little inks. Write that down. And then the next day, I want you to go back to each one of those moments and create a solution for it. For example, if you're running late for a meeting, what's the solution for that? You just need to leave a little bit earlier the next time. What's your immediate solution for that? You go to what's the worst thing that can happen? You're late for a meeting. These are logical things that we know, but we're not aware of it. Too many times we don't realize we're stressing, and you need to, because stress, and just so we know, stress not just affects the cortisol hormone, it affects your digestive system. It affects how your body releases enzymes. It affects how you're regular with bowel movements, whether you're constipated, because when you're stressed, your intestines are going to constrict. So all of these things matter. So becoming aware of it and actually starting a journal and then creating realistic solutions will help you master your metabolism.
Some people are going to have a book every day, so that's quite a challenge. But one of my favorite quotes is, "What gets measured gets improved." And so if we can write down what we're eating, the stress we're having, and just become more conscious of it, it's little things like Mark says too. Are you late for meetings? Do you forget where you put your keys? These are things you can quickly find solutions to that will help you manage your stress a little better. So tip number 1 is mastering your sleep. Tip number 2 is starting a stress journal. So challenge to all of you, go get your journals. And so Mark, tell us a little bit about your 3rd tip for mastering stress.
So 3rd tip, I have a good little visual for everyone here. And it is about finding positive escapes. Now this is the reality. We all need escapes. Too many times we think like, oh, I've told someone, hey, you need a release. No, I don't need a release. We all do. Your body, I want you to think about your body and your day as like a never-ending, it's a race, right? You're racing through the day, and you wake up, you have your prep time, and then you take on the day, and then you need some downtime. And a lot of times, unfortunately, in our society, and this is why intermittent fasting and ketogenic diet and all of these things are at the core, is because our negative escapes, or our escapes, are focused on food or things that take us further away from our goal. So escapes, to me, in this quote here, we all need escapes from stressors of life. Negative escapes like emotional eating take you further from achieving your health goals, where positive escapes take you closer to them. So tonight, I want you to write down 5 negative escapes that you used in the past. You know, eating pizza, that's one of my old negative escapes. You know, focusing on sitting and watching TV rather than or doing something that's going to not allow me from the point of moving closer to my goals. TV can be a positive escape, but not if you're just going to sit on the couch forever and not be active. So I want you to write out 5 negative escapes from the past, and let's start looking at 5 now positive escapes that can replace that. So finding new ones, like listening to music. I have a Beats headset, so I just tune out. It gives me that immediate release. Reading a book, watching a movie, going for a walk, playing with your kids and exercising. Basically anything that provides you an immediate release from the chaos of the day. See, this is what we have to think about when we look at stress. It's not about magic. It's not about saying, oh, I'm not going to stress. You're going to stress. But it's important that you're understanding what triggers your stress to get out of control, knowing whether you're acute or chronic, understanding how to master your sleep, becoming aware through a stress journal, and then doing realistic positive escapes that give you that release that we all need, that gives that decompression that allows you to maximize your metabolism and powerfully take on the next day.
Love that. I love positive escapes too, because I was going to say, you know, what Dan and I will do is leave our phones at home and just go. We live in a nice neighborhood, so we'll just go walk and just enjoy talking with one another. But you can do that with your family too. You could ride bikes. You could just get outside. It's nice to kind of divert that, and it also creates such a positive experience, and that is relaxing. So that's what I like to do to defrag. So I love these tips. We all have stress in our lives. Now we're going to be more conscious of them. We're going to journal them, and we are going to redirect our energy into positive things that are positive escapes. Great advice for us as always, Mark. Speaking of escaping stress, we have a wonderful woman on the line who I believe could share with us how she has escaped some of the stress in her life. So, Jody, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. It's such a pleasure to have you here. Oh, you're muted out. You might want to unmute. And Mark, I know you have a transformation to show us. Is that right?
Yeah, let me show this. So as Jody's unmuting herself, let me look at this from here. Jody, don't worry, I do it all the time. So like you're a pro to compare to me. So look at Jody. So Jody Stevens, and this is what I love this T-shirt. I want it all. A little over 2 years ago, I met this lady, and she started what we did with HLN and CNN, was called 8 Weeks New Body, New Life. And this is the power of the movement that we're doing. Is that Jody? She just, when we launched ZP8, she came in full throttle. She makes the muffins. She continues to progress with her body. She's stronger, fitter than she's ever been in her life. But I remember 2 years ago how far off she was. And that's the power of what we're doing as a community here, is that we're going to see people who are out, who've given up on their health, and they're going to start right now. We're going to meet people that have been living a healthy lifestyle for a year but are stuck somewhere, and they're going to plug in. That's the power of our community. It speaks to everybody. So look at Jody's before and afters. I just remember that first video you did, Jody. I love what you stand for. I love the inspiration you make. I love the muffins you make. You're the muffin queen. That's your new nickname. And it's just an honor to have you on the show and to talk about how you slay your stress as well. So Kasaya, back to you.
I love it. All right, Jody, we've got some amazing questions for you. First of all, congratulations on your incredible transformation. You look remarkable. I will say that your fused muffins are some of my all-time favorite things in life, and so I thank you for your graciousness. I thank you for your participation in our community and how much you inspire so many people who are on the project. We just adore you.
Well, thank you. Those are Tanya Gustafson's recipes, so I just make them and share them with everybody, but I have to give her the shout because it's her recipe, but I love making them.
Cool. Well, you are such a remarkable individual. Can you tell our audience tonight the biggest difference from when you started to where you are now? What's the biggest difference?
I want to say it's the power of mobility. When I started, I couldn't tie my shoe or bend over, and now I'm actually doing HIIT training 3 days a week. and I'm doing a 30-minute plank with great form, and I have stamina, and I have a stronger core, and I have leaner muscle. So to me, the biggest difference is my fitness breakthrough, and also a stronger mindset. Totally.
I love that, Jody. Now, Jody, I know that we call you the stress slayer because you're with first graders every single day. So, Kasaya, is there any more stressful moment than that?
Right, I can't even imagine. Like, kids in general just stress me out, man. So God bless our teachers. That is an incredible job.
So Jody, tell the audience, tell everyone watching, what is your number one tool that you do that can help, minimize your stress and keep it in check?
Number one is accountability partner. I have friends that I talk to from the Zen Project 8 page, because that's like a friendship. It's a family, but it's a friendship. And that page has connected me with people that I call if I'm struggling. Also, I do Fitbit challenges so that I connect with friends as well, which challenges me to exercise, and that gets rid of my stress. That's a really big deal for me.
On a follow-up on that, what's your one positive escape that's non-exercise related? Do you listen to music? Do you watch movies? What? Because I know you used to emotionally eat. So what has been what's the lifestyle shift that you're doing that replaced the emotional eating that still gives you that release?
I read a lot of books, self-help books as well. I swim a lot. I like just being outside and like taking a walk. I think that's really fun. And hanging outside with friends and just getting out of the house is really important. It really gets rid of that, releases my stress.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that you said that. Like, just taking a walk, you said, is fun. I think that a lot of times in life, it's the way we look at things, right? Like, we have to change the way we see things. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So instead of feeling like, oh, I have to exercise or I have to get out, you're like, you know what, this is fun. I enjoy moving my body. And you kind of just embrace the process. I think that's remarkable. I have another question for you. We'd love to hear just the best advice that you could give to people who are struggling with making their health a priority?
The first thing I would say is have the courage to try. And also put a mantra on your mirror, on the door. I put a post-it note on my door that's like a 5-pound goal. And if it's up there for a month, it's up there for a month. But it's really the non-scale victories. It's celebrating the hole in the next belt. Your clothes are fitting looser. You're standing taller, positive self-esteem and confidence. I mean, I was a really shy, introverted person, and now I'm a social butterfly. I'm a Zen butterfly.
You are.
Oh, Jody, I love just what you do, what you stand for, and what you're communicating with. If someone was at that place where you were 2 years ago, that moment where you lost hope. I mean, I've talked so many times. We had JoJo Williams on. We've had so many guests on that were at that point where hope was lost.
Yeah.
And my take on hope, on how important it is. What would you tell that person that they're watching you right now to imagine where you've come in over the past 2 years? Well, what would you share with them? What's the one thing that's going to give them hope back? To get off the couch and to look in the mirror and let them know that they're worthy of being loved, and that they can improve their self-esteem, and just take it one day at a time. And just, it's a matter of just going inside your soul and saying, okay, I'm going to try it, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to just give it 100%. And getting off that couch is the hardest thing you can do. And just not giving up, being positive, and just saying to someone, okay, I'm here to help you. And you know what? Listening to other people. If they're struggling, just let them call you on the phone. People call me all the time. I just let them tell their story. They want their story to be heard and validated, and it's not about you.
That's why they say what God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. Sometimes we just need to listen. So I just so appreciate everything that you said. And Mark, I told you earlier I had a good quote that I wanted to share with our audience. So I just wanted to go ahead and share that with our Zen community. It says, we are often caught up in our destination that we forget to appreciate the journey, especially the goodness of the people we meet along the way. Appreciation is a wonderful feeling. Don't overlook it. So along with what Miss Jody said, just that this really is a journey. It is a way of life, and it's about appreciating every step along the way. So Jody, you just so inspire me. I love your heart. You are such a beautiful human being. Thank you for sharing that with us tonight.
You're welcome. If I could just say one more thing, get on the Zen Project 8 page. There's connections to be made on that page. If you're starting out, take a video and post it. Put your picture on there. It will be your breakthrough. It will help you connect, and it will be your breakthrough. Emotionally, mentally, and it will bring your mindset to be much stronger.
Well said.
Well said. All right, Jody, thank you so much for tuning in with us tonight. We love hearing your story. Congratulations on your remarkable transformation. Thank you for your contributions to our group and this program. Mark, as always, love hearing from you. Thank you for clearing up the diet madness that's going on out in the marketplace. Thank you for helping us slay our stress. So now we're going to be more conscious. We're certainly going to learn how to master our sleep, keep a stress journal, and know how to make our escapes super positive. I would love to tell everybody I would see them next week, but that would not be true. I'm getting ready to leave for Europe, so I promise I will be totally PFC while I'm traveling in Italy, which maybe I should document in the group. But next week, Mark and I will not be hosting a show. It is Memorial Day, so we want you all to enjoy time, hang out, have a barbecue, do PFC, and just take the week off. And then Mark will be returning the following week, which will be Monday, June 6th, talking to you about how you can live ZP8 through the summer months and while on vacation. Gosh, I needed that tonight, Mark.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, I got a special request for everybody. Okay. Whoever can post in the Facebook group on Memorial Day the best PFC type meal and barbecue. We'll have a 30-minute one-on-one coaching session with me. So I'm going to choose it. It's going to be my choice. I'm going to be in the group, and whoever has that, I'll help you any way you can with your help. But you'll get a one-on-one 30-minute that week. So by Monday, let me see what you can do Memorial Day. The best, like MRK or PFC, just get creative so that we can share it with everybody.
Sounds like fun. Guys, get your cameras out. We better be seeing lots of pictures of one-on-one with Mark McDonald. What's that worth? That's like priceless. That's not something you get very often. So
what about one-on-one Casada J, man? You've like changed my tech world.
Hey, that's what I love doing. So very good. Well, I'm excited to see those pictures, excited to connect with all of you in the group. This has been such a pleasure and an honor to serve this community and be here with all of you tonight. Again, wish you nothing but success in your business, in your life, and in your Zen Project 8 throughout the week. We will see you next time on the next ZP8 Hangout. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.
Bye.